Hello, I'm Jaynee. Oh, phooey. I think I have lipstick on my teeth. Ugh. Um, this red lipstick is pretty heavy duty. All right, I'll try to keep my mouth closed. I'll talk like this. Um, what I wanted to talk about today. Oh boy. All right, let's fix this. Uh, it's sex, and since I'm a pretty old lady, I'm 76. It's okay. This is for entertainment purposes only. And oh my goodness, woo. All right. While we think about it, and I take this off my teeth, wrong side. Okay, hold on. Um, okay, okay. About the year 2000, um, I was doing drawings, and please excuse my workroom. This is the only place where I can talk and you'll hear me. I don't have to worry about it being too low. So I was doing all these drawings and kind of looking at my own sexuality, trying to investigate it and look into it. So I was invited to a BDSM club to draw. You know, I am an artist. Um, I graduated from the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts, which is a wonderful school, and it's in Philadelphia. Um, it has always taught classical art, and I have always been interested in drawing people. So, anyway, I was invited to go to the club and draw people. I asked them first if they minded, and they didn't. The owner was wonderful. I still talk to her. Um, it was fascinating. It was all consensual, and nobody was hurt. Nothing. There was no blood. It wasn't anything like that. They weren't getting beaten. People were using um, different kinds of, what do you call them? Um, Things you hit people with, but they weren't doing it to beat them up, which is, a whole different thing from like when people are getting beaten from slavery and stuff and to hurt them. No, this wasn't like that. This was supposed to be, and it was for fun. And they didn't mind my drawing, and it was really fun. And I tried it a little bit. I don't like pain, and you know, I don't like that. But I was willing to hit guys if they were going to come clean my house, which was really neat. I go, wow, you want to clean my house, and you just want me to get a whips, and give you a little smack with it, and then you would clean the house. That's what I like. However, when the one guy really did, and he was great, and I would help him because he liked to dress as a woman, and he looked good. It's hard for guys to do that, but with a wig and a little dress and stockings and little shoes and stuff, I was able to work with him, and he looked great, and he was really, I mean, he actually cleaned. So he was wonderful. But the other guys, no. One guy would go up the steps. We lived in Philadelphia, and it's a two-story house. He would sit up at the top of the steps. He didn't do a damn thing. So he was goodbye. When I found out, because I didn't really know, I wasn't, as a painter, and I wasn't paying very much attention to what they did or didn't do. And in fact, in front of me, of course, he would do he'd clean. And so, what guy really? And they were the guy who sat at the top of the steps was not a nice guy. Um, and I mean, he wasn't horrible or anything like that. Um, but the the next couple guys really were. However, they didn't clean well, so that really didn't work out. It's, you try and maybe it doesn't work out. But at the club, there were a number of guys who like to dress in women's clothes, and why not? Um, I think that's one thing I want to say. If you're not hurting anybody else and there's something you want to do like that, why not do it? A lot of women's clothes are not this. I mean, this is what do you call it? LL Bean kind of thing. I think it is. Um, but fancy clothes, they're great. I love dressing up in them. So if you want to dress up in them, that's good. And I mean, some guys would come to me and, they had hairy chests and they were very masculine. And it doesn't work so well because, of course, they look too masculine. But some guys actually look pretty good. And, it made it, some of them, it made their day, some of them, it made their lives. It was really important. It isn't the same as I call it. I have notes here because I forget words. As trans, it is not the same as trans. Um, One of our friends who was a really good guy who came when we bought the old house in Philly, came over and helped us paint. I mean, oh, and he taught me how to drive a stick shift because one summer when I was in school at the academy, I wanted to sell what was it, Good Humor ice cream. Of course, I ended up not because I was eating it all, but he showed me how to do it. Later on, he came out as transsexual, and it's a shame because he really had problems due to it. He was a really smart guy, and that didn't matter. I mean, it was his neighbors and people he would run into. Um, excuse me, yeah, she did not look feminine, and she never did her hair in a way that would look in any way feminine, really. And I think that's a good thing to do, but it wasn't my business. She didn't ask me, so I didn't butt in. I did talk to her about other things that were things we were both interested in, but not that. So anyway, I used to draw. I have my work is mostly at Flickr.com, Painter Jane, and I did a lot of drawings of. I don't think I did paintings, but I did drawings of guys dressed in women's clothes and or in really frilly stuff. And one guy dressed as a cheerleader, and he looked good, and it was fun to draw him. And there are a lot of them on there, and they definitely were fun. They hurt nobody. Some of the guys were married. A lot of them were married. One guy who's drawing, it's on the wall in the hallway. He was wearing his wife's dress, and I don't know. I think it might have been her shoes too. He looks great, but he's got a beard, and what's his hair? I don't. I think his hair is just a men's haircut, but he had nice legs. And the fact that he had the beard and the dress was fun. And why not have fun? That's the life. Life is hard. It's hard even if you have a very good life, but it's good to do things that are fun. This isn't a psychic thing. It's just good for your soul. It's good for your heart. It's good for you. So that was something that he did, um, and it worked really well. And he's still I still talk to him. He's a really smart guy, and I think he wrote for a newspaper, and I think he's now retired. So the trans stuff is not really sexual. It's different. The fellow who taught me how to drive the stick shift believed or said that he was hermaphrodite. Um, I didn't say show me because I didn't want to see. It's fine. Whatever, didn't matter. And really, he didn't have to be. But I would never stop kids if they felt that, if a little boy felt he wanted to wear a dress, okay, and vice versa. The only thing is you want to make sure kids are going to be safe at school because other kids are pretty mean, and that's something they have to work on. Open relationships. I knew people who, lots of them who were married and they were, involved with other people, and they're still married. This is from 2000, and it's 2024 now, and they're still married to the same person. So it doesn't always break up marriages. I'm not saying I am promoting it. I was not involved in it, and just wasn't for me. And none of it really was for me. I really liked drawing the people, like talking to them. It was fun, but no, I wasn't. I didn't need to have that an open relationship. There were some really good-looking people, um, definitely. And if I were interested, oh yeah, but nah. Um, what else? I think that the whole thing with animals, dressed up as animals, I don't know how you can do it because it seems like it'd be pretty hot, but it's adorable. You, like, I don't know what you do, but whatever you do, it's fine. The thing is that you want whatever you do to be consensual and safe. They always had a word that if that word was spoken by the person who was being whatever, um, it stopped and it was safe. And of course, it was in a group, so other people would say something. I never saw anybody have to interrupt and say, you need to stop. Um, there were one, I wasn't keen on this, but it's not my, doesn't have to be for me. One person had, if you're just at the very top layer of skin, you can put a needle in it. Don't not me. Um, and they had a whole wings on this woman, and she took pictures and she was really excited about it, and looked well. I didn't like it, but nobody asked me. I didn't say anything. I was drawing. That was it. And it was consensual. So if she liked it, it's great. There were people who were exhibitionists. There was one guy that he picked me up in Philadelphia, drove all the way down to Delaware at the time, and then back up to Philadelphia for the club. And she was beautiful. She was a tall, blonde, built great, and she was into being a submissive, and he was the dominant. So it was like a game, and she would stand at a pole in the club, and just he would tell her to do that, and she would just stand there and face the pole. She was happy. I mean, that's what she wanted to do, and he was fine with it. Um, I actually painted her, and because I think he gave me a photograph, or she did, I don't know, and I painted her. She was really a knockout. Uh, and then I think she moved away. She was one of those people who worked in my finance in corporate stuff where they moved people around. They were in wherever, Delaware, and then they're in Michigan, and, then California. So, yeah, so that was the time when she was in the Philadelphia area. And that particular night, I think I got home about 4 o'clock, and it had been a lot of fun. It was just very late for me. Um, uh, Let me see. Is there anything else? Um, I like, well, the whole thing with guys and wearing women's underwear. And do you care? Why do you care? Why would you care what somebody was wearing under their clothes? I don't care. And it's fun to draw them. It's fun to draw people wearing whatever the hell, some unusual thing. Oh, it's for entertainment purposes only. I'm not trying to influence anybody. I'm just trying to say that all of this stuff is okay. And if it's something that you are doing and you're careful and you work with the other person says yes, and you stay safe, that's fine. It's important to stay safe. Um, People have gotten hurt in this stuff, and there's no reason to. Um, I don't think, I'm sorry that prostitutes get hurt, and I know they do. It's a dangerous profession. Um, it should not be against the law. They should be really taken care of. It's not that I like it or anything. It's just that it's going on, and since we can't stop it, we need to protect people. And I don't mean protect them from themselves. I mean just make sure they're safe, and that we, as the government, that's our job. We take care of people. So, um, does this create damaged souls? No. Does it create um, bad juju? No. Is it, what is the other word I want to say? Energy? Is it bad energy? No. It can be fun energy and should be fun energy. Um, let's see. I have been married for 60 years. Um, if you want to keep your sex life going, it's your life and it's your time. Do whatever you want, whatever you both want, really. Okay. And I think maybe I am done. Again, I'm sorry for my workroom. Um, I have furniture that has to leave this room. It'll make a difference. And this chair was all torn up by my cat. Now I'm going to have trouble remembering her name, and I love this cat, and I can see her. She passed away. It was autumn, and she was this gorgeous Maine Coon, um, and this was her station. She went all over the house, but that was hers. And her little brother was Mooney, who I adored too. I mean, cats. Cats are great. Um, Last night, well, I won't keep it. One of our cats got out. He likes to go out. And when he came back in the middle of the night, I heard this loud meow, 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 meow. And I brought him in. I heard him, and I came down, woke up from sleep. And then I kept on hearing meow, meow, meow. So he must have made friends outside. There are a few cats walking around. Anyway, if you have any questions, any suggestions, please let me know. On here is fine, or you can write to me at Spirits by Jaynee on, wait a minute, spiritsbyjaynee@gmail.com. And this is Messages from Heaven by Jaynee on youtube.com. Yeah. And yes, I do readings. And let's see, what did I want to say? Well, there's more to the story, but I wanted to make it kind of, on the top and not upset anybody. Just have a good time. Okay. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I go to a group. I haven't for a while, but I want to go back. A drawing group that does some really interesting drawings. It's nothing. I just that I like to do it because I am an artist. So enjoy. Thank you for watching and have a good time. Hugs, hugs and kisses are fabulous. Do it. Okay. Have a good time. And don't worry about the Trump and all that crap and don't worry about it. No. What do I want to say? If you can read that Project 25 or a summary of Project 25 so you know what's going on, that would be a good thing. It's pretty ominous. If you don't like Democrats, well, that happens. Okay. Good night. And yeah, my mouth is dry. Good night. Have a good night. Good night.